Hi guys, Crowlister here with another long play. Little bit of a warning for you right there. In this video, I'm going to be playing the original 1987 Mega Man again. I already did this game before, except back then I didn't have an HDMI game console capture card, whereas I do now. And that video was a crappy camera looking at the screen while I was playing video. I'm sure this one will look a lot nicer. Assume the role of Mega Man, formerly a household chores robot named Rock, made along with his sister Roll by Dr. Thomas Light for household chores. Once Dr. Wily threatened to take over the world, Rock volunteered to be modified into a super robot for combat, and is going up against Dr. Light's business robots, which were corrupted by Dr. Wily to inflict harm on the world. You have to be extra careful while jumping across the lips on these cables, because they'll flip down at the indentations, and Mega Man standing on them at that moment will fall at meteor-like velocity. It's kind of pathetic. I'm doing Gutsman first. He's pretty easy to go in with. Big guys can be quite a pain, especially since whether they jump high or low is randomly decided. Gutsman is not that hard to go up against early, since he takes more than 1 point of damage per hit with the Mega Buster. Just jump right before he lands to avoid getting shook, because you can take a hit with the super arm easily like this. Still a pretty good fight though. No clue why they had to include the score system in the original Mega Man game. I mean, if they did it just to appeal to fans of real arcade games, being that this was a game made in 1987, I guess it makes sense. The score system in the game is just so pointless, though. It doesn't affect the game in any way whatsoever, and you can't even save your top score. So, I'm glad that was removed in all the later games, besides Mega Man Powered Up, which is a remake of Mega Man 1. Alright, so now I'm going for Cut Man. You can take on the 6 bosses in any order, as long as they're up to your skill in the order you go in. Every boss has a specific weapon they are weak against, which helps make decisions a bit easier for more casual players. The classic Mega Man series is pretty good to play casually. If you play them enough, you can get really good at them, and they'll become a lot easier. Mega Man 1 is still one of the more difficult ones, since there are no energy tanks. Mega Man's boots are also kind of slippery in this game for some reason, and if he's on a platform that collapses, he falls at crazy fast velocity for some reason. Those were fixed in the later games. big guy. I hate those guys. Cutman's weakness is the super arm. Except you only get a couple of chances to hit him with it, and he jumps after you arm yourself with it, making it hard to land hits on. In the original 1987 NES game, which is the one I'm playing in Mega Man Legacy Collection, he takes 3 points of damage per hit with the Mega Buster. In re-releases, though, kind of re-releases, like Mega Man The Wily Wars, which is a completely different game entirely. No, Mega Man Wily Wars on the Sega Genesis, and Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge on the Game Boy, which is a different game entirely. He takes only 1 hit with the Mega Buster. And, you have to rely on the Firestorm in order to weaken him quickly. Gabules on the Elecman stage can be destroyed with the Rolling Cutter. You'll also find them in some other stages, and they can be destroyed with the Thunder Beam as well. Make sure to hold the respective horizontal direction in advance before you shoot the Mega Buster so you can shoot those robots out. We got the infamous appearing and disappearing blocks puzzle here. Memorizing the game helps you get through those easier, obviously. That was an epic evasion. We're gonna get the required magnet beam item here. You need the super arm to reach. In this game, you can play the stages in almost any order. It is any order you want in all the later games. You can use the magnet beam to get past this big eye. For Elecman, we're gonna use the Rolling Cutter. Without the Rolling Cutter, he's very hard. Yes, I no-damaged him. Remember what I said earlier about Mega Man having slippery feet? This stage doesn't help it. Like I said, you can use the Thunder Beam on Gabules. We got an appearing blocks puzzle again. I'm just gonna use the magnet beam to get past here. That'll make it a lot easier. Just spam the Mega Buster to get through the peppies. And then for Iceman, use the Thunder Beam. While the Ice Slasher attack is not that hard to avoid, the damage it inflicts on you is brutal. Same as with Elecman with his weapon. Alright, now we go to the worst robot master in the game to fight, Fireman. This is probably the hardest stage and boss in the game, outside of the Wily stages. It definitely is, in my opinion. They made Fireman himself a lot easier in the Wily Wars and Dr. Wily's Revenge, and I can see why. Using the Ice Slasher on the fire pillars will freeze them in place and allow you to safely stand on them. The Thunder Beam can help make getting past the chain keys a bit easier. It's virtually impossible to get past the spilling flames here, so just go here and use the magnet beam. Easy. The sheer volume of pressure you get going through there can make it hard to hit the Gabules. You can't beat Fireman without taking damage unless you're a master player. It's bad enough you can't rapid fire with the Ice Slasher. One more, Bomb Man. This stage is also kind of tricky. One trick you can do to get past the Sniper Joes that I didn't do in the original video is to stop them in place by using the Ice Slasher and then simply jumping over them. Or shoot them if they jump first. These ones have a blast radius that'll damage you if you're too close to them as you shoot them, so be careful. The magnet beam is not necessarily required to make that jump if you're going it that way. I just used it because I'm playing it safe. Important note, unlike with some of the later games, if Mega Man takes a hit, the invincibility frame does not protect him from spikes in this game. There are a couple of scenes down this ladder with adhering Susies, so be careful while you go down. And then Bomb Man's weakness is the Firestorm. If you change your weapon while you're on a ladder, Mega Man will automatically drop down from that ladder. This doesn't happen in some of the later games. Funny how many quality of life improvements Mega Man got of any game series. So now we go after the mastermind himself. You see how fast Mega Man dropped after the magnet beam wore off? You gotta be careful on those. So now we go against the Yellow Devil. The Yellow Devil is a lot easier if you memorize its movement pattern. Use the Thunder Beam. If you're too impatient, you can pause the game by using the actual pause feature that Mega Man 1 specifically has, and spam pausing and unpausing with a Thunder Beam shot over top its eye to take its health down quickly by means of a glitch. I'm not doing that in this video, because, you know, if I did it, people would complain. This stage requires you to be patient. If you just ruthlessly go forward, the Bun B Hellies are gonna bash you into oblivion. It's a series tradition that you fight the Robot Masters again at the climax of the game. In this specific stage, you just fight Cut Man and Elec Man. No, damaged him again. Master Opponage. Only 1 point of damage, seriously. For the copy robot, you want to use the Firestorm. This boss jumps as soon as you shoot. Usually. I think that was the best I ever fought the copy robot in this game, to be honest. I only got hit once. This torrent of water that comes in makes you move to the right fast and to the left slow. It kind of pushes you. Spam firing to get past the peppies. Then, once the bombs come, jump back as soon as you shoot them. Like this. You have to rely on the Mega Buster to shoot out 3 of this boss. And then for the remaining 4, you can throw blocks at them with the super arm. Alright, let's finish this up. This shuriken-looking item will completely restore your health in all weapons. I recommend getting it before you go for the 4 consecutive Robot Masters. You do Bomb Man first. Again, you want to use the Firestorm on him. Perfect. Just right for the dreaded Fireman, which is next. I hate this guy. Next, you do Iceman, a much easier one. Just as long as you can get past the Ice Slasher after you beat him, which I did. And then Gutsman's weakness is the Hyper Bomb. It's really easy to miss with this weapon, though. Now to the Wily Machine. You want to use the Firestorm on the first half of the Wily Machine battle. Dr. Wily's not that hard in this game, a lot easier than Fireman and some other bosses. And then for the other half of the fight, I like to use the rolling cutter, since it can hit him more than once. And then he's doing his false surrender bowing. And that's the end of the game. Capcom USA, comma. They forgot to type in incorporated there in the English version of the game, so yeah. Alright, so that was the first Mega Man game in the series. I have played all 11 main games, as well as Mega Man and Mace, and the ones on the Game Boy, so I'm probably gonna do long plays of those as well. I really like the classic Mega Man series, it's great fun to play. I still got lots more planned, so subscribe or at least stay tuned for more content. I am Crowlister Master of Ponage, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!